Let me switch gears and ask you about trade for a moment, because the U.S.-China trade tensions obviously are escalating. The president has now approved $50 billion in tariffs that could come into effect today. We are also waiting on that list from the White House in terms of the specific products that will be tariffed coming out of China. Your take on what's happening right now between the U.S. and China?
Well, obviously, the U.S.-China trade relationship is one part of an overall trade negotiation or a trade situation. We have got to look at each country, whether it's Canada, Mexico, China, the EU, and basically take a look and see what is best for the United States of America. I happen to come from a state, Tennessee, which has benefited largely from free trade initiatives, not only in the commerce area, but also in agriculture. But having said that, I do commend the president for looking at the big picture. For too long, our trade imbalances have been overwhelming. We're losing, losing, and losing. And he wants to address that.
Yeah.
And I think he is doing that. So this is actually part of a process that has started. Let's hope that all of the parties can get together, sit down. I am generally not a fan of tariffs because tariffs can be heightened and can cause problems. But the trade imbalance ultimately has got to be addressed. My hope is that President Trump is an outstanding business person, that when he sits down with a world leader, whether it's in China, whether it's Canada, whether it's Mexico, and negotiates these deals, that the United States will be benefiting as a whole in the long term.
Yeah, we should also point out that this is the first president that actually pushed back on China about stealing our intellectual property. I mean, Congressman, isn't that the real issue here? The fact that China steals our IP, has been doing it for decades, and then they forced American companies to give up all their technology. It's called forced technology transfer, and they continue to do it, and they won't admit it.
That's correct, and this is a real problem. Obviously, we are leading the world. I represent Oak Ridge National Laboratory, and we are actually leading the world in all different facets of manufacturing, and the things we're doing in this country is great. But we have a duty to protect our intellectual property. And you're right, the Chinese have gone out time and time again and have taken this. It's intolerable, and it's got to be addressed short term and long term.
We'll see if there's anything to do about it. Congressman, it's good to see you, sir. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Chuck
Enjoy the
Fleischmann
Open.
joining us there. Okay, thank you so much.